So some interesting news on a Monday morning. The XFL secures the UFL trademark amid the XFL USFL merger talk. That's right, the United Football League. So the XFL Properties trademark this thing. Now, a couple of interesting things to note. The UFL.com actually redirects to the University of Florida, but the UnitedFootballLeague.com is actually taken and not going anywhere. So we'll see how this. Now, of course, this all comes with the whole plan merged of the 2024 season for the XFL and USFL, but there is already a UFL that is planning to play in 2024 with 14 teams or something like that. So an intriguing move. Okay, so this was filed on October 10th, includes 22 standard language trademarks, which kind of complicates things. We'll talk about that thing in a second, but you can see here the United Football League. It's this kind of standard trademark, but one of the other trademarks is the USFL. Both of these have this trademark. It says association service, namely promoting the interests of professional football clubs, association services, namely promoting the interest of member football clubs, promoting awareness of the benefits of sporting and cultural activities, promoting public interest and awareness of football. So it would be kind of interesting if both of these leagues were to go under the UFL umbrella, but then have the USFL and XFL be under the UFL. But I don't see that as a possibility, that they would keep two and do this kind of separate thing. But it's just something to kind of keep in mind. But UFL, because we'll get into that in a second. So the current domain, of course, redirects. We talked about that. So interestingly, there is a United Football League that's in the works, and that's planning to play in 2024, spring season starting February 24th with 14 teams. Their brand of football will, quote, follow a CFL style format and run from February to July. CFL runs to November and doesn't start in February. So are they playing CFL style football? I am around leagues and I hear leagues all the time. This one has kind of been out there on my radar. If you go to their website, I mean, it's all in here. I mean, they have a website. Official football provider is Wilson. All the teams have websites. You got Arkansas Twisters, Charleston Pirates, Kansas City Capitals, Pittsburgh Pioneers, St. Louis Stampede. I mean, there's no DC, the Chicago Blue Bombers. Winnipeg. Watch out. Baton Rouge Red Sticks, Atlanta Wildcats. I can't see that this is actually the league. I mean, they have a lot of stuff. They were going to host scrimmages in 2023. That didn't happen. My take is probably like this league just never got off the ground and they just snatched up the thing. But this United Football League actually has a lot of history. The first iteration of UFL began its operations in 1961 and continued to 64, four full seasons, 8 teams, primarily in the Midwest. Notable, they operated teams in both the United States and Canada when it launched the Quebec Rifles in 64, Cleveland Canton Bulldogs and Akron Pros. That they revived those teams. They would relaunch again in 2009 and play 5 more seasons, with the 2012 season being cut short, October of 2012. Minor league, which more than 5 teams at once, markets in the NFL. They were around for a while. Early news speculated USFL initials plan would be a competitor. They have champions of all these. Las Vegas won it twice. Virginia Destroyers in 2011. Las Vegas Locomotives. Some notable former UFL players: Dante Culpepper, Simeon Rice, Brian Greasy, Jeff Garcia, Ahmad Green, Maurice Claret. Remember that name? Dominic Rhodes, Bollinger, and Odell Thurman. And they had some coaches: Jay Gruden, Ted Cottrell, Marty Schottenheimer. I would assume that this is kind of a defunct league, and then the XFL, USFL kind of but they were having stuff up until 4 months ago. But there's no league schedule. I mean, can you buy merch? Let's see if we can buy Pittsburgh Pioneers merch. Do you guys want to buy that? Oh, no. So they don't even have that set up. So there you have it. So I would assume that this league is defunct. Maybe UFL football will be part of the XFL's thing. We'll have to kind of find out with that. So additionally, remember the United States Football League, the USFL, still holds the trademark for National Spring Football League. They acquired that on September 22nd. So that adds another level of complexity, because are they going NSFL or the UFL? Like, why do they both kind of have this kind of competing new name? So we'll have to see how that all plays out. But there you have it. Could the new name be the United Football League, which fans already are saying that they like much better? I like it much better as well. But again, we're not going to really know anything at the latest until before October, when the XFL, when the government kind of approves this whole merger acquisition stuff, because you had to wait 30 days to see how this all plays out, the government to kind of approve it. All sides point to the fact that, yes, this will definitely be approved. There's no question about that. There's no competition. Spring football hasn't lasted very long, so there shouldn't be any issues. And we'll just have to find out, could the new name be the UFL? Let us know in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for all the XFL, USFL merger talk. And we'll see you next time.